Are they going to let me go live sideways? Is this really happening? Let's do this. You have 6 months to get ready for what's coming. This isn't a joke. I'm taking this so serious. I just started a new company. I started a new LLC. And to say that there's opportunities in the real estate market that's coming, and I'm going to tell you what's going on with the Fannie Mae CEO, saying that she's never seen a housing market like this. I may be going into contract on a property for a 33% reduction in one of the most exquisite places in the country. And I'm not saying that bragging. What I'm telling you is that this is really happening in front of our eyes, but the media is hiding it. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac know the truth that there are more FHAs in default right now, and it's being held back, and they're not wanting you to know until 2025, than all of 2008. This is an epic, epic opportunity. We're going to dive into this story. I just started a new LLC, like I said, to start this new venture, and I am going to be racing to get ready for it. You are going to see 6 months later what I was talking about. I revealed a big idea in 2 weeks, but I'm doing this. Anybody that has an LLC right now and they need work on it, or they want to start an LLC, or they want to be ready for this, I'm selling a course called LLC and Corporation Tips and Tricks, taught by myself and 2 amazing corporate attorneys for $10. Links down below. It's pre-filming discount. I don't know when we're going to end it. It should be running for sure all day today. It may go a little longer. It depends on how many people we get this going for. We start filming that on the 30th of October, and I should have it done 3 weeks after that. Okay, so it's $10. I'm trying to make a no-brainer deal to wake people up. Okay, so if you have a side business, a side hustle, or you want to invest in real estate, you are going to eventually need to start an LLC, which means you're going to need this information on how to do it yourself, or to pay people, how not to overpay, and don't have a lot of headaches. There's that sales pitch. Check this out on a Market Watch. Fannie Mae CEO says she has never seen a housing market like this before. Now, like I just told you, I may be in contract because the property is already in contract, and it may fall out in the next 24 hours because of the insurance crisis and the fact that the people buying it can't source financing. So we're going to find out in the next 24 hours if I get it. But the fact is, the property is already in escrow with someone else at a 33% reduction in just the past 8 months. That is really, truly the truth. Okay? If you know where to find these deals, you're going to find them now. And this is the other crazy thing. I'm buying it knowing it's going to go down more. That's a whole nother video while I explain it. I did the exact same thing in 2005 when I bought a property, but I bought that one and I bought this one for specific purposes, and it made me a lot of money. All right. After 2 decades of working in housing policy, Priscilla Almodovar is intimately familiar with the challenges in the U.S. facing when it comes to housing. The Brooklyn native took the reins of the New York State Housing Finance Agency in 2007 amid a financial crisis that was fueled by a crash in subprime mortgages. Today, buyers are facing the opposite problem. Demand for homes is so insatiable that even as mortgage rates remain elevated and home insurance costs soar, home prices are inching up to new records. That is absolutely 100% a lie. I've done multiple videos showing you where when I called the top of the housing market during the summer of 2022, that it actually peaked, and the Fed charts proved it. Those charts came out fourth quarter of 2022 because that data that showed when I called the top of the market. Then we saw a drop both in median and average home prices across the nation of 8.5%, which was at that time greater than the entire Great Recession. I know it's hard to believe because we also have the data that the Fed changed the charts, and I did videos about that a while ago. In a little bit, we'll start working with editors to start redoing all of the predictions I did on this channel. They are already working on the Ninja channel, the Economic Ninja channel. And there's lots of predictions coming out that are edited and what happened with real news footage. But the point being is that prices are not going up. You are seeing them lying to you. And what's crazy is that people don't believe after 2008, after Ben Bernanke addressed the nation close to 2006, saying we have fixed the mortgage problem. And besides, it is impossible to see nationwide real estate prices fall ever. And then you all found out they were lying and they made movies about it. You're going to find that out again in a time where Janet Yellen says we'll never have another financial crisis in our lifetime. And she said that about 4 years ago. And guess what's happened since? the greatest banking crash since the Great Depression. It was greater than 2008, and it's being hidden by all this money that's being thrown at them. They're actually collapsing even worse right now, right? So the question is, are you going to take advantage of this or not? Now, as the chief of Fannie Mae, a government-sponsored enterprise that backs 1 in 4 residential mortgages in the U.S., the CEO at age 57 says has a front row seat to it all that lands her on Markets Watch 50 list of the most influential people in markets. She says it's a highly unaffordable market right now. We are monitoring and following all these trends, things that were never seen before. You have home prices at the highest we've seen in 2 decades, she said. So remember, we're not seeing all-time highs in the affordability. And then she goes on, sorry, the page just refreshed for some reason. What is going on with this? What's going on with the internet these days? Oh, now you want to charge me. Oh, thanks, Market Watch, right in the middle of the live stream to let me read for 5 minutes. Point being is this. You're going to find out in 6 months how bad it is because a deluge of information is going to hit the markets because of who's going to win the presidency. I already made the call that the Fed, last year, I said the Fed would lower rates right before the election. They'd say everything was great. That's exactly what they said. And even to the point where Jerome Powell had to make an announcement that he said, this has nothing to do with the election. You're like, well, then why are you lowering it 50 basis points? Since then, guess what's happened? Mortgage rates have skyrocketed up. I mean, we're talking on a percentage basis, they've moved up hard. Why? Because the bond market's moving up hard, 10-year. So the question is, are you going to sit on the sidelines? Are you going to take advantage of this? I hope you do. If you want to take advantage of the pre-filming discount, it's no joke, $10 for the course. Starting tips and tricks on how to start an LLC or a corporation, I think you're going to want that next year because there's a lot of money about to flow from the government into small businesses. And you want it set up right with an LLC to where it's a totally separate tax return. Talk to your tax professional. He'll tell you or she'll tell you that the ninja's right. You want it set up its own entity, its own tax return, its own EIN, and then its own set of opportunities while you're taking care of your life over here. All right, with that being said, the Real Estate Ninja is out.